We're here at Sebring, and we had to come by the Zenith space because there's something going on here. It appears they're taking parts and making bigger parts out of them. What's going on here? I'm Dan Johnson talking to Roger Dupert, who knows all about this endeavor. What's going on here, Roger?
Well, we're putting on a rudder workshop. Back at the factory, we have a rudder workshop once a month. It's a 2-day course. You build the rudder, and you learn all the ins and outs on how to build the airplane from the rudder. So we brought the rudder workshop to the Sebring show this year.
Very cool, and it looks like you got quite a bit of participation going on here. There's quite a little buzz of activity even times I pass by it.
Oh yes, we're building 7 rudders today. We're building the 750 Cruiser, 750 Stoll, 701, and the 650 rudder.
And who is we doing this? Are these just people who walk up and say, I'd like to try, or do they pre-register? Because you do this at other shows, and that's what we're trying to identify for you here as well. Can people be part of this?
We had a pre-registration because we had to ship all the rudder parts and everything. And
so you had to know how many people were coming. I see, okay.
But
okay, so how does someone do that? Now, they already did it for this show, but the next time you go do this, how do they go about saying, hey, I'd like to be part of that, what I saw in that video?
Well, this has been a big success for us, so I know we're going to do it at other shows. Just go on our website, follow us, or give us a call at the factory, and you can sign up for the next show.
Okay, and where's the next one? Well, we're in 2017 here. Where do you anticipate doing it? What you know now, Roger?
I would predict maybe Sun and Fun, but I would say the next show we do the rudder workshop would probably be Mountain Burn. It's a smaller show just like Sebring.
Okay.
And it's a good time to do the rudder workshop.
That's in September, one of our favorite shows. Oh, yes. We always do some good stuff there. That's near St. Louis, Illinois, for those that don't already know. Good place to go, early September. So that's one at least in the future, and they can find out more on the website.
Exactly.
Okay, so can you really learn? I mean, a rudder's a fairly simple piece relative to the whole airplane. Can you learn anything good from that, and what do you learn?
Well, the rudder is the same example as building the wing. You still have the spar, you still have the ribs, and you still have the skin. The advantage to the rudder is it's just not such a big section like the wing that you need, a 12-foot table. All you need is a, 4x4 or 4x6 table.
Yeah, you basically didn't take a whole lot to put a bunch of tables together here for people to do this, I'm guessing, and that's enough to do the whole rudder on.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Now, how long does it take, and how many people are working at doing one rudder?
Well, one rudder is typically one customer, but most of the time he'll bring his wife or his kids to help along building the rudder. And most of the time it takes, 10 to 12 hours to finish the rudder from start to finish.
Okay, so in a couple of days, like you said.
Right, and we'll take them for a demo flight, and we'll chat, and we'll discuss the airplanes too in the meantime.
So after that, they could go, well, all right, I wasn't sure if I could build an airplane, but now that I've done this, are they going to say, now that doesn't address things like wiring and painting and other skills that are needed, but is it enough to give them a clue about their ability, an average person's ability to build an airplane?
Definitely, definitely. You really learn hands-on because we are not building the rudder for them. The customer's hands-on building that rudder 100%, so they'll know when they leave the workshop that they can complete and finish the rudder.
All right, so they're doing it all themselves. These people that I see working right now, these are some examples of...
Yes.
These are not staged people out of your factory that already know this cold. These are people that are going, okay, let's see, how do I do this here? And if they have a question...
We're right here to jump in and help them and show them different techniques, the little shortcuts, and how to read the manual, read the blueprints, and finish that rudder to start building either the rest of the tail or maybe even the wing section.
So let's say I signed up here and I went, okay, I want to do this. Do you start off with a little orientation first, or do you just say, here's some parts, call us when you need us, or how does it work?
We do have an orientation the first day, which was yesterday morning, and everybody, explains who they are, where they're from, and then we go explain a little bit about the rudder, the tools, basic tools, and then we just say, hey, jump in, open the manual, and start pulling parts and drilling.
Now I see a gentleman right here, it looks like he's sort of finishing the edge with a tool. Did he have to bring that tool, or did you supply all those things for them?
We supply all the tools, and that's what we do.
So they just show up then.
Exactly. It makes it a lot easier, and most of the tools that we're using here, we do sell as a tool package back at our factory.
Okay. So they don't have to go out and source these things by themselves, although I'm sure they're just standard tools, but the one he's got in his hand, I'm not familiar with, so that's one to refine that edge a little bit.
Correct. It's called an edge deburring tool.
Okay, there you go. So whatever tools they need, and I see a lot of clicos. That's for people that don't know what they are. That's the little pieces that are sticking up out of that rudder right there. What do they do? What's their purpose for those that don't know that?
They're a temporary fastener. So what you do is you're going to drill your hole first, and then you're going to clico with the proper size clico for whatever hole you're drilling. And then you're going to take that section apart to deburr it, re-clico, and then you can start riveting it.
Okay, and the drilling in the first place. I don't see jigs and things that say how to drill it. How does one know how to do that?
Well, that's nice.
I'd be nervous about making that first drill into a brand new part and go, what if it's not the right hole? Now I got a hole in a part that I don't need.
And that is very hard to start these guys. You know, the first hour until they drill that first hole is very challenging. But, you know, that's the nice thing about our airplanes. All you need is a nice flat table. There's no special jigs, fixtures, anything that you need to finish the airplane.
I don't see any of those parts. So are they laying out a paper on top of it, or how do they make that first hole? It makes them a little nervous.
Well, they're just drilling the rib to the skeleton on the workbench. And, you know, there's no templates or anything, and they don't need the paper to keep it all clean.
Okay.
And,
great. So a couple of days, these folks will they go home with their rudders?
Yes.
So they're going to own a rudder when they're done.
Exactly.
Too, huh?
Most of our customers are from Florida, so they'll take their rudder home. We do have a few. We have one gentleman who brought his family from Argentina.
Wow.
And definitely he can't take his rudder back on the airline, so we'll take it back with us and we'll ship it either with the rest of the kit or something like that.
So people can come from anywhere in the world or anywhere in the country to one of these events that you'll have, and if they can't manage to get the part home, because when they're done, a rudder may not look that big until you actually have one in your hands, and then they get kind of large, so you couldn't just take that on the airline with you.
Right.
They'd probably give you kind of a wrong look there, I'm thinking. So excellent stuff. Okay, let's go back then to the website and how people can find out that. And you said they can call too, so give us both a website and a phone number, Roger. We'll put it up on the screen for folks.
Okay, well, you can either call the factory, which is 573-581-9000, or you can go on our website, which is zenithair.com. And we do have another website, Zenith Aero, that we have a lot of information on there too.
Okay, and they can find out there. There'll be an easy way to get to where they find out about, I want to participate in one of these wherever you do it next. If it's convenient to me, how can I find that out? That's where they can go.
Exactly.
Great stuff. A lot of information about Zenith Aircraft and Zen Air and the whole brand of airplanes that came out of the fertile mind of Chris Heinz many years ago. You can find all that on bydanjohnson.com, along with lots of other affordable aviation. Thanks for joining Roger Dupert of Zenith and myself here at Sebring.
Don't miss the 15th Annual Sport Aviation Expo at the Sebring Regional Airport, January 23 to 26, 2019. The Sport Aviation Expo provides the opportunity to review aircraft and do demo flights. The event features light sport aircraft and includes kit planes, powered parachutes, trikes, gyros, amphibians, drones, ultralights and electric-powered aircraft. With over 150 different aircraft on display, including the Zenith line of experimental light sport aircraft. Sebring is a show where attendees can spend time with factory reps, checking out their dream plane, hanging out in the forums for the day, or just passing the time hangar flying with friends old and new. There's also a long list of great speakers with talks ranging from informative to inspirational. Again, the dates for the U.S. Sport Aviation Expo at Sebring Regional Airport are January 23 to 26, 2019. Look forward to seeing you there.